Hey everybody, my name is Nathalie Palacios, CRNA in New York City. Whoa. And this is part one of my two-part tutorial on how I fill in my eyebrows. As you can see right now, I'm no makeup, I'm pretty bare, not even my eyebrows done, but we're just going to discuss our little tips, tricks, the anatomy of the eyebrow, secrets I have, material I use, and then we'll go on to the second part where I'll do it and I'll talk through it as I do it, okay? First things first, I have a couple of rules. Rule number one, no black eyeliner. None. I don't even use it for the ends. It's just, it looks too harsh. Too harsh on in the photos. In real life, it just looks, if you're going for the gothic look, or I don't know, if you're going for Halloween, I don't mean to be rude, I'm not trying to be funny. Excuse me. But it's really, really imperative that you do not use black eyeliner. Very rare that I don't think I've ever seen anybody with naturally black, jet black eyebrows. It's just too harsh, okay? All right. Number two, whether you get your eyebrows tweezed, threaded, or waxed, it is this is for people that have wispy eyebrows. I kind of, you can see, have wispy eyebrows. They're very thin, very sparse in some areas. It kind of looks like I don't even have hair there. Sorry, my lighting is really harsh. But I kind of do, but it's really, really wispy. It really is. If you're getting anything done to your eyebrows, if you have wispy eyebrows, it's very imperative, very, very imperative that you do not thread, tweeze, wax the top part of your eyebrows. This right here. Don't do anything to it. And also, don't do anything to the middle. Just do underneath a cleanup. And let me tell you why that is. It's a lot of reasons. First things first, and the person that's doing it, as much as you can tell them how you want it done, it's really kind of up to them. You're leaving it to their control. And if, you take out certain hairs in your eyebrows do not grow back, right? It do not grow back. And if you want to end up filling it in, a good way for the material, or the makeup that you use or whatever you use to stay, is to have hair that it can latch onto. Hope I'm explaining it better. You kind of see what I'm talking about. But for years, I haven't had them touch my middle nor the top. One of the tips I use is concealer. It fixes all that. So you really, really, really do not need, unless you have like a severe unibrow or you're really hairy up there, I would say just maintenance. You get it done like maybe once every 2-3 months and kind of just maintain it yourself. That'll help your eyebrows grow back in, and it'll help you see your natural arch, which leads me to number three. Parts of your eyebrow. Everybody always wants to know. Sorry if my lighting is kind of crazy. I'm packing, so that's why my stuff looks everywhere. But let's just keep it moving. Parts of the eyebrow. 3 parts. Where it starts, most important part, is the arch, and then where it ends. I've seen a couple of different things. I'm going to explain what I do. Alright, now where my eyebrow begins. Now naturally my eyebrow begins where it should, which is at the end, kind of at the end of your nose. But I like it to actually come in a little further in. So sorry, you guys. Just ate. I've had such a crazy day, but I'm pumped. I wanted to do it for you guys. I actually started a little further in for 2 reasons. Number one, it makes my nose look smaller, which my nose is not really that big to begin with, but ain't nothing wrong with having a cuter, more aquiline nose that I already have. I love my nose. I'm just trying to enhance it, make it look better. So it should start right here. But you'll see in my tutorial that I actually have it start kind of where I had my little cute button nose start at. So, like right here, you'll see it. And the second reason why I do that is because if I decide that I do want it to go further out, I can clean from the inside out. You know, go from in, working my way outward. As opposed to if I start it where it naturally starts and I decide that I want to clean it up, then all of a sudden it gets to starting over here. My nose looks bigger, and you just don't want that. I mean, I don't know anybody that wants their nose to look bigger, but if you do, then you know you just have a little further out. All right, so then you have the arch. The arch, what you do is you grab this. That's why I've been having this. It's just it's actually a brush that the brush head fell off. Who cares? You grab this in the middle, hold it, take it to a 45-degree angle. It should point to where your arch is. If you can't quite remember where your arch is, of course you do this, you do that, you point there, and you would put a line with a white eyeliner through it if you're just beginning. If you've lost your arch because you or someone has tried to shape up your eyebrows and things went left, that's where your arch is, okay? I've been actually doing my eyebrows for a long time, so my eyebrows are naturally arched, even with no makeup. And it also allows for my brow bone to really, really look light and kind of push my eyebrows up, so it kind of gives me the awake face. So that's a good thing. Finally, for parts of the eyebrow is where it should end. Now, where it should end is pretty simple. You grab this here, all the way to your nose. I know this feels weird, but this is where it should end. Right there. Which, mine end there. So, you know. Now, of course, I've seen different types of where people like to end it. It's totally up to you. I'm just telling you that pretty much your nose is the basis of where your eyebrows should be. Okay? All right. That's just, you know, one of those things that are really important. Let's see. What else can I say to you guys? All right. So as far as secrets of what I use a spool brush before I get started. I always brush up. Just brush up. Now, if you have eyebrows that do not brush up or brush sideways, brush them sideways. Don't force them to go up. I mean, hopefully you can see it. Sorry if my lighting is awful. But you know, you're going to have some eyebrow hairs that normally and naturally go to the side. Leave them that way. Do not have them all going up. There's a reason why they're naturally going that way. Always try to follow your natural path of your eyebrows. All right. Another thing that is a good secret of mine that I use is I prime my eyebrows. I know people are like, what? Prime your eyebrows? How the hell do you do that? Do it with this. This is Urban Decay. Sorry. Urban Decay is actually eyeshadow primer, but I use it for my eyebrows. What it does is it prevents caking in the eyeshadow. But what it does to your hairs is it kind of dries it out so that the powder, I use a powder and a pencil combination, that stays on all day. I'm talking, you guys, all day. Unless you're actively rubbing hard this, and it only takes a little bit. You'll see how much I use. I literally use, let me put it on here, for both eyebrows. Kind of running out of it. This little tube, I think it's like $12. It's Sephora. It has lasted me about 6 months. So, this much. Sorry if you can't see it. But that much. Very, very, very little. I'm actually going to keep it here. So, for part 2, we can go on into that. So, first, brush up. Then we do this. Okay? So, this is very important. If you don't have eyeshadow primer, just a primer will do, but I recommend this. I'm not getting paid for none of these products. I'm just telling you what I use, okay? All right, now I have 2 eyebrow pencils. I'm not trying to be fancy here. This is just what I use. First one I use is MAC in, I think it's not espresso. It's spiked. Spiked. Sorry, guys. spiked. This is what I used. Cost about 17 bucks, including tax. MAC, or you can go to Amazon. It's a little bit more expensive at Amazon, but I think it's because you get the Prime or whatever. Then this is another secret weapon, and this is called, sorry, $1 Billion Brows Universal Eyebrow Pencil. This thing is awesome. I do not use this for my ends. I use the spike, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I use my spike for my ends, but for my beginning, for your eyebrows, you want it to kind of be a reverse ombre. If you don't want to know what an ombre is going from dark to light. But your eyebrows naturally go from light to dark. As you can see, I have no makeup on, washed my face before I started doing all this here. So your eyebrows are reverse ombre. So they should always be a reverse ombre. Now with this universal pencil, the more strokes of the pencil you put, the darker it gets. So I start off light and then I go to dark. This is kind of a darker pencil. So I actually, from here on back, I use the spike pencil. Okay. Okay, so first I use the MAC. Get that situated. But before I use this eyebrow pencil, I use MAC Espresso. Now this is an eyeshadow, right? And you can put it on as a great eyebrow powder. But my secret trick is I put alcohol on the cover and I make it into kind of a paste. And I'll show you in the video how I do that. I know this sounds all foreign, but hopefully you just bear with me, okay? I use an alcohol spray, 99-cent store at Walmart. Filled it up with alcohol. I just spray it maybe twice on here, and I kind of make my own paste. I don't make too much of it, and of course, even if I spray it on espresso, alcohol dries quickly back to a powder, and boom. Okay. All right. Then I go in with this, and I filled it in 1/3 of the way with the eyebrow pencil, the universal, the $1 Billion Brow. This can be found on Amazon for about 16 bucks as well. The pencils last me about 6 to 8 weeks because I don't use a lot of it. I know it sounds like a lot of stuff, but it lasts a long time. You know, this about 6 months. I actually bought it in February, so goes to show you about 6, 7 months. And these I buy about 6 to 8 weeks. This I buy twice a year, so every 6 months as well, because you need so little of the product. Goes a long, long way, especially when you put the alcohol in it. It stretches and it lasts longer because you turn it into more of a liquidy substance, and it dries really quickly. Okay. Those are really, really all I use. At the end, you can also, there's other tricks you can do, and I'm actually going to go into the next part of the video because I don't want this video to be too long or too drawn out. Okay. So once again, things you'll need or things I recommend, okay, I use. Urban Decay eyeshadow primer lotion, potion. You know, buy the small one, the cheapest one. Available at Sephora. That's where I buy mine. I don't know where else to buy it, so don't beat me up. Alcohol bottle with alcohol in it. MAC spiked pencil. Now, for women that are of lighter shade, you know, whether you're black, white, whatever, I'm not 100% sure if spike will work for you. What I will say is I know it will work for your ends. So I would suggest you still get it. It's all about experimenting. Trust me. I can show you pictures of when I had the struggle eyebrows. I thought I was looking great until somebody showed me a picture of myself. It was a mess. And the $1 Billion Brow. Okay. Oh, and I'll show you another secret of mine that I use is concealer. Now, whatever concealer you use for your skin is what you need for your eyebrows. Now, this is my secret weapon. And this is, look, this is in French, so Okay, but it pretty much is Professional Makeup by Mac Pro Paris, and this cost me about 20 something bucks on camerareadycosmetics.com. It was on sale. Do not beat me up if it's not that price anymore. And this is what it looks like. I know it has the red at the end, has different shades of brown. Let me open it up for you. Different shades of brown, different shades of orange, yellow, and chocolate, brown. This has actually lasted me over a year. So it's a very, very good investment because you can actually custom make your concealer. I actually use it on my skin when I'm contouring, and that's a whole nother thing. But when I'm contouring, highlighting, and whatnot, I use this as well as for my eyebrows. And when I tell you I use small, minute amounts, you guys are going to be like, are you serious? This all you do? Answer is yes. I've gotten my routine down to 7 minutes. Of course, it will take me longer in part 2 because I'm breaking everything down for you guys. Okay, so I think that's it. In part 2, I'll show you some of the brushes I use. I only use 2 brushes, so that shouldn't be a big deal. All right, part 2. See you later, guys.